Hi everyone, this is Anthony Rees from the HP Helion Cloud team, and today I'm going to talk to you about DevOps, cloud, continuous delivery, and how all of that can tie back into Agile and the Scaled Agile framework as well. So in terms of DevOps, basically you want to be able to slice off some resources for your developers, and they want to be able to utilize, OpenStack and technologies like that to be able to stand up environments quickly and utilize things like development platforms such as Cloud Foundry and Stackato to be able to integrate with their code repositories and to be able to take that working software and push it into development environments quickly. Your test specialists are going to be wanting to work with those developers to be able to create their test automation quickly and to be able to test it quickly. And that's where the development platform, to be able to stand up things like Jenkins and Cucumber and those types of test rigs to work with the developers, is going to be crucial, because you want to get them up quickly and you want the test specialists and the developers to be able to stand up those environments quickly and pull them down quickly, and to be able to develop those applications quickly and test them and get that fast feedback loop happening. But when we move to other personas like product owners and operations people, and don't forget, the operations guys can also be the developers in an agile team as well. These personas could be the same people, but the product owners and your operations people, they're going to want to have that single marketplace portal look and feel, and they're going to want to be able to see all of the OpenStack instances that are being stood up and be able to push out into user acceptance testing environments, stress and volume testing environments that you're not going to want to have your developers and your test specialists controlling. And they're not necessarily always going to be just on small OpenStack instances. They're probably going to be on large private cloud data centers and disaster recovery sites. And there could also be instances where you want to be able to push out into the public cloud as well, especially if you're going into production or larger environments that you need to be able to stand up for a short period. And you might want to push out into Amazon or into Microsoft or Azure or even hpcloud.com. With HP's technology, obviously you can stand up the HP Helion OpenStack instances and put the HP Development Platform, which has Stackato and Cloud Foundry out of the box, which means that your developers and your test specialists can hook into their code repositories like Stash and also GitHub. And we also have our cloud system solution as well, which allows your product owners and your operations to be able to control from a single view all of these resource providers, whether they're OpenStack resource providers or whether they're private clouds, or whether they're AWS or Azure or any other public clouds. They're just seen as resource providers from a single point of view. And different personas can have different access levels to be able to get into those environments, instantiate those environments, all as platform as a service. Then we also have integrated billing and analytics systems to allow your project managers and your general managers to be able to control the costs so that you can understand how much AWS is costing you or Azure, as opposed to your private cloud data centers or even your smaller OpenStack instances as well. Your developers are able to utilize Cloud Foundry and Stackato sitting on top of OpenStack. So the HP Helion OpenStack edition can be installed in about 40 or 50 minutes on top of an Ubuntu instance. And then it takes about another 30 to 40 minutes to install Cloud Foundry and the application lifecycle service, which is based on Stackato, on top of that as well. So basically what that allows you to do is to be able to create application stores, and these application stores you can configure. So you can install instances of platforms such as WordPress or Jenkins or anything else which comes out of the Stackato GitHub source repository. But you can also instantiate your own instances as well of these platforms. And it's very easy to do that. Basically, all you need to do is to go into the App Store and configure a new URL. Now, these URLs are just YAML files, okay? And you can basically create your own App Store. It's quite simple to do. Host it in like GitHub or something like that. That's basically what we're doing with our Helionite personal app stores. And you can configure what your teams want to be able to have access to. And you can even create your own YAML files, which are configuration files, to be able to deploy your own applications into your OpenStack environments. So that would allow you to be able to have available the different applications that you want to be able to test. And you can stand up Jenkins hubs as well to be able to point to those particular applications that you've built. And you can stand them up really quickly and really fast. And that allows your developers and your test specialists to be able to create these continuous delivery rigs quickly, stand them up, do the testing, get the results, get the feedback, and tear them back down again, all within their own environments. Okay, so that developer or that test specialist persona, it allows them to be really collaborative and to be able to stand these things up, tear them down quickly. And you can also do that from the command line interface as well. So your developers don't even need to come into this. Your test specialists can utilize this to manage their accounts and manage their users and manage the organizations, and to be able to create the different app stores, to be able to stand up those apps and tear them down quickly. But your developers, they can just go straight in from the command line interface to be able to instantiate their development environments, run the test cases, and pull them back down again. Very quick, very easy. But how do we make sure from an operations and from product owner perspective that we're not getting that massive cloud sprawl, which can become a real risk to the health of your environments? So that's where we then move into the more enterprise HP grade cloud controller, and that's the cloud system with cloud service automation on it, and I'll show you that now. So your cloud administrators can utilize cloud service automation at the administration level to be able to control the groups which are able to consume your different clouds. You can break up your groups into as smaller pieces as you want, and they can all be controlled from a single management portal. And they could be different organizations within your enterprise, or they could be just different teams or different release trains within the safe framework. You can also manage different resource providers. So that's cloud resource providers. It could be Amazon resource providers. So to be able to go to the Amazon public cloud. It could be HP Cloud to be able to manage that and to allow people to be able to instantiate within that. It could be the Microsoft Azure cloud as well. So you can have multiple usernames and passwords in here as well and control it all from the single area. It could be a VMware vCenter private cloud that you want to be able to manage as well and allow your teams to be able to instantiate from. Or it could be your DevOps teams, which are utilizing OpenStack, and you can have multiple instances of those and be able to see how much utilization those teams are having, and to be able to control those environments as well. So it's a one-stop shop in terms of being able to control it and configure it. And finally, let's take a look at it from the perspective of a product owner or a general manager or any of your business users who want to be able to come in and to be able to see different environments which can be stood up, or even be able to log into those environments. So your operations groups, your project managers, your general managers, and your product owners, and even your business users are able to see the costs that are incurred. They're able to browse your catalogs and to be able to create service instances that they might require. So they can create Amazon public cloud services. They can provision HP cloud services as well. They can create Microsoft Azure instances if they want to be able to, and they can also be able to instantiate on to OpenStack as well. So if they don't have a need to go in through the development platform, they can create their own environments or be able to see those environments from this particular catalog and be able to choose it. You can also add pricing against it as well, and be able to pull that information off into billing applications, so that general managers can be able to understand how much it's costing them, especially with your public providers like Amazon. As you can see from the Amazon example, there's different levels of customization that you can have for these service offerings, and you can allow your users to be able to select the different values that they need, assign key pairs, be able to choose the platforms that they want to be able to provision onto, and also be able to select images as well. So they could be Red Hat images, it could be Windows images, and the server sizes as well that they require. It's also a very easy interface to be able to see and to be able to know what you've currently got running at the moment. You can go into your subscriptions and see what's currently active and running in that particular window, and it'll show you everything that's active. So at the moment we've got a single instance which is running. I can cancel that instance if I want to, and I can also go into the instance and be able to see what it's running, cancel the subscription, modify the subscription, and see information about it. So it's very handy from a one-stop shop in terms of being able to provision, to be able to see and browse that service catalog, put those requests in, and to know what you've got running, and also be able to pull the costs out of it as well. Makes it easier for those people who are not so technical, or your operations staff who want a simple and easy one-stop single pane of glass to be able to see everything. So just wrapping up in summary, the HP Helion DevOps model is really around allowing our developers and our test specialists to be able to use products like HP Helion OpenStack and the HP Developer Platform, which allow them to be able to quickly deploy their code from code repositories using the App Store and YAML configuration files to be able to push their code quickly out into OpenStack type environments, which are low cost and easy to spin up. And you can literally have your operations guys slice off a domain for them to be able to do this in and to be able to run their automated tests. Then as it moves up into the higher level testing areas like user acceptance testing, stress and volume testing, and your staging environments, you're going to want to run them on the private clouds, and you can have your data centers be seen into the Cloud System Marketplace portal as a one-stop shop to be able to see all of your OpenStack resources that your developers and test specialists are working in. The product owners are able to see all of those environments, plus your user acceptance and your stress and volume type environments, plus your staging environments. You can also burst into AWS and Microsoft Azure all from a single point, and that allows you to be able to see pricing as well, so that your GMs and your PMs can keep an eye on the costs and the billing and the analytics from that perspective. And it also gives a great portal feel for your operations groups who are working within or are actually the same people who are managing these environments. It makes it a lot easier for developers who don't have a strong operations background to be able to keep an eye on all of this and what's been happening. It also fits in quite nicely with the Scaled Agile framework in terms of release trains. It allows your system teams to be able to control all of this within the release trains and to be able to hook in your continuous delivery environments as well. So your developers are able to stand up environments really quickly, push them through development, through system test, then across into your user acceptance test areas to be able to integrate with your other teams as well, and then be able to push them into staging. And whether you're doing that in private cloud or in public cloud, it honestly doesn't matter. They're all just seen as resource providers, and it's a one interface to be able to move them and move those workloads up into production environments, all allowing your project managers and your general managers to be able to analyze the billing and understand the costs. Time to market is key here. This allows quick time to market whilst being able to maintain your costs and give flexibility on different types of resource providers. I hope this has been interesting for you. This is the HP Helion model going forward. If you'd like to know more about it, my name's Anthony Rees and I'm part of the HP Helion Cloud team. Thanks for your time.